everyone, and welcome to the Victory Toyota Highland Sports Zone. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Meg Berry, joining you from Martinsburg, West Virginia on this beautiful Saturday where we are going to hit the gridiron for the Class 4A quarterfinals in West Virginia playoffs. It's going to be the Wheeling Park Patriots taking on Martinsburg Bulldogs. Let's get right into the action. The Bulldogs and the Patriots meet for the first time to see who will advance to the 4A semifinal game. The Bulldogs with the ball first. They plow their way down the field, and on the QB keep, it's Brian Dick who takes this one 32 yards straight to the house to get an early 7-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Then on a 3-and-out for the Patriots, Martinsburg with the ball again, and another QB route for Dick. He jumps over the defender and into the end zone to tack on another 6 for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs pedal to the metal now. Dick on the handoff to Kingston McDonald Gibson, who weaves his way through traffic and straight to the end zone. Point after, no good. Bulldogs lead 20-0 in the first. Patriots with the ball looking to get the offense moving, and it's Jay Bordas fakes the handoff, airs it out, and connects with Preston Hetherington, who takes this one all the way to get the Patriots on the board, 20-7, end of the first quarter. But the Bulldogs come right back. Dick hands it off to Boston Todd, and he takes this one along the sideline and is pushed into the end zone for another Martinsburg touchdown. Patriots looking to get on the board again before the half. Bordas looks downfield, finds no one, so he tucks it and runs. He'll get the first down for the Patriots. On the next snap, Bordas lets it fly and connects with Nolan Yanchek for the Park touchdown. 27-14 at the half. Park gets moving quickly out of the locker room. Bordas to Hetherington. It's caught, and 1st and goal for the Patriots. Next snap, Bordas hands it off to Brennan Wack, who works his way through the pack and into the end zone. 27-21, Park trails. But the Bulldogs respond with 3 more. Todd for 15 yards to the house, and shortly after, McDonald Gibson for another 42 yards on the ground. And Dick with the QB keep up the middle. Bulldogs extend their lead 47-21 with 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. But the Patriots are not giving up. Bordas fakes the handoff, steps back, and finds wide open Yanchek for the Park touchdown. But it's not enough for the Patriots. They fall to the Bulldogs 55-35 and round out their season with a 7-5 overall record. For 7 Sports from Martinsburg, I'm Meg Berry, working for you.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Victory Toyota Highland Sports Zone. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Meg Berry. It was a big day for OVAC soccer as 6 championship games were held today. So let's get right into the action and head down to Wheeling Island where the girls' title games were held. Starting things off today, it was the 5A title game between Wheeling Park and University, and the Patriots started things off hot. Here's Dunaway on a breakaway and takes a shot, and it's blocked by the goalie, but Corin McFarlane comes out of the crowd of defenders and gets it to the back of the net. Park on the board first, 1-0. And then Dunaway on another breakaway, and she uses her speed to draw the goalie and stuff that ball into the back corner of the net. Park now leads 2-0 with 23 minutes left in the half. And then Brenna Tipton now for Park takes a shot across the net. From behind comes Aria Schwartz, and it is in. Patriots lead 3-0 heading into the locker room, and that was enough for Park to secure the championship title as they went on to defeat University 4-0. Congratulations, ladies. And then game 2 of the day was the 1A through 3A matchup between Steubenville Catholic Crusaders and the Wheeling Central Maroon Knights, and it was all the Knights from the start as Lana Kuskic here from 15 yards away, right into the top of the net over the goalie's fingers, and the Knights on the board first. And then Riley Wright decided she wanted to join the party. Another long shot from 15 yards out, and it is good. Maroon Knights now lead 2-0. And not even a whole minute later, Kuskic strikes again, a shot right in between multiple defenders, and it rolls to the back of the net, 3-0, heading into the locker room. And then coming out of the locker room off the corner kick, a perfectly placed ball for Elia Cockle to place it right into the corner to extend the Knights' lead 4-0, and that was enough for the Maroon Knights as they went on to shut out the Crusaders 7-0 and take the 1A through 3A OVAC title. And the final match of the day was the 4A title game of the battle between the Fighting Beavers of Beaver Local and the Red Devils of St. Clairsville. The first 20 minutes was back and forth defensive battle, but the Beavers strike first off a corner kick, a beautiful ball for Jensen Hours as she shoots it in the upper right-hand corner of the net, and Beavers lead 1-0. Beavers not slowing down at all as Peyton Dunn looks to get involved here. Peyton Dunn over the head of the goalie and in. As you can see, not even fazed there by the goal. Beavers lead 2-0 heading into the locker room. Coming out of the locker room, Dunn was just heating up in the first half, and she strikes again. Defenders on her left and right, and she uses her speed to extend the lead 3-0. And that would be enough for the Fighting Beavers as they go on to gather the 4A championship title with a 4-0 win over St. Clairsville. Congratulations to all the champions today in the OVAC girls soccer game. And 7 Sports at 11 will take a look at the boys title games as well from today. But it is Saturday, which means college football was also played today. So to take a look at some of our scores, Ohio State traveled west to take on Washington in their first Big Ten matchup of the season. And the Buckeyes extended their undefeated season, taking down the Huskies 24-6 today. And Pitt welcomed in Louisville, and the Cardinals held strong against the Panthers at home to take the win 34-27. High school football holds a special place in the hearts of those in the Ohio Valley, but what's often overlooked amid the roar of the crowd and the clash of the pads and the intensity of the game is the heart behind the athletes on the field. At Wheeling Central, that heart extends beyond the scoreboard. Their players are driven by a deep sense of service.
So we try to just help the community out as much as we can whenever we can.
The Maroon Knights have put countless hours on the practice field, but they've also dedicated just as much time serving their community. Whether it's helping set up events at Ogilvy Park, spending time with Miracle League kids, or stepping up to support those affected by the June flooding, the Knights are always ready to lend a hand for those in need. For this team, service isn't just meaningful, it's fun.
We always have fun when we go up and set up for the Lebanese festival because we always just get to load stuff on golf carts, and then we always eat pizza and just have a good time after. So
for senior wide receiver and cornerback Max Oliash, giving back to the community isn't limited to the team's events. It's a regular part of his life.
I tend to go to the Miracle League a little bit more because my cousin, she's part of it, so I like to be her buddy and support her because she always comes to my games, so it feels good when I get to go out and be with her.
The Knights enjoy serving together not only because of the meaningful impact it has on the community, but also because of the way it brings them closer as a team.
Yeah, because it's definitely an extra team bonding thing. We have a pool party and stuff to have a team bonding exercise, but getting out together, actually doing grunt work and helping people, it's really it brings us all together as more of a family than just a team.
Whether on the field or in the community, the Maroon Knights are proving that teamwork, heart, and service go hand in hand. From Wheeling for 7 Sports, Meg Berry, working for you. This year is your 55th year coaching football. How do you get the athletes to want to come back each year and to buy into the sport?
Well, we love what we do. I've been blessed to be able to be with great kids, great families, great support from the school. So we've been successful. They enjoy it. They buy in, and we work hard every day. Proud of them. We're actually older now, so we should be a little bit better. Looking forward to a great year.
Yeah, and you and I have talked about how important the special teams is going to be this year. Can you touch a little bit more about that as well?
Well, we're going to have some of our starters on our special teams. A lot of times people use backups, but we got a great kicker in Clay Petrie, and we got guys that can get down the field, run hard, run fast, block, and tackle. So we're looking at our older guys being able to step up and make our special teams, which is a third of the game. You got special teams, offense and defense, and we're looking to be good in all 3 phases.
All right, and one last question for you. Just looking at the schedule as a whole with your team behind me all representing well, what's the big game that stands out to you this year on your schedule?
Every game's a big one. We open up with Union Local, which is a very good team. They're going to be playing a week ahead of us. They're in Ohio, so they'll start up sooner, but each week's tough. We got some great teams on our schedule. We're going to be challenged every week, so we look forward to it. We're looking forward to playing some home games, playing a few games in our backyard, so we're looking for a great season.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach, and thank you guys so much for coming along and just celebrating the start of the football season. But we're going to send it back over to Jake with Lindsley. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me as I'm here in Beckley, West Virginia for the state final soccer matches today for both the boys and girls teams of Wheeling Central. The boys will hit the pitch first to take on St. Joseph, their chance for the state title. Let's get right into the action. On the free kick setup, it's Briar Wagner, and off the bounce, it rolls to the back of the net, and the Irish are up 1-0 before the half. Then, out of the locker room, Wagner on the pass to Templeton. He draws the goalie and stuffs it into the left corner. St. Joe's up 2-0. On the breakaway, Wagner challenges Tino, and Wagner off his heel of his right foot and into the back of the net. 3-0 now, and Wagner rips off his shirt in the celly, which is enough to get him red carded and ejected for the remaining 10 minutes of the game. But it did not matter. Templeton comes cruising downfield and takes a shot on an open net, and the Irish seal the deal, defeating the Maroon Knights 4-0 to walk away AA, Single A state champions. For the girls matchup, both the Wheeling Central Maroon Knights and the Lincoln Cougars look to make program history by gathering the title today. Off the jump, freshman Ella Conkle takes a deep shot and off the fingers of the goalie and in. Knights lead 1-0. Not even 3 minutes later, Lonnie Cusick sets up Conkle. She jukes the defender and into the right corner. 2 goals for the young star, and the Knights are up 2-0. Cusick on the fast drive attempts to switch fields, and it goes off the foot of Riley Wright and in. Knights now with 3 on the board. The Cougars were able to get 1 to the back of the net, but it wasn't enough, as the Knights make program history and walk away state champs.
Just can't be more proud of the girls. They had a goal. We stuck to everything that we were focused on over the time that we've been down here and all season long, and they came out, handled their composure, and got to a quick lead, and I think that was pretty much what they had set on their mind to do, was win this state championship.
Congratulations to the Wheeling Central Maroon Knights for making history today. From Beckley for 7 Sports, I am Meg Berry, working for you.
On Sunday, June 15th, residents of Valley Grove and Triadelphia woke up to the unthinkable. In just 45 minutes, 4.5 inches of rain fell in one area, causing local creeks to overflow and flood the surrounding structures. Many described the natural disaster as a sudden wall of water that struck with little warning. With hundreds displaced and 9 lives lost, residents are now trying to rebuild their lives. However, restoring homes, bridges, and businesses requires substantial funding. With the community still recovering, Triadelphia Fire Chief David Patterson is calling on residents to come together and help secure the critical funding needed to rebuild what was lost.
We're still waiting on our federal declaration, which we have not received yet. So we encourage everybody to call our local legislatures, try to get this moving to see if we can get some FEMA money. Without money, we can't move forward.
In addition to monetary aid, officials say larger household items are in high demand. These include dehumidifiers, air conditioners, fans, furniture, doors, windows, and more. The National Guard is set to return tomorrow to continue assisting with cleanup efforts. And although major disaster relief organizations have begun to leave the area, the United Methodist Church in Triadelphia remains committed to providing support to anyone in need.
They're still cooking every day. They're still feeding us. They're still feeding the community, and people's taking advantage of it. I encourage you, if you're in the community and you need food, go down there and see them.
If you're looking to donate, items can be dropped off at Triadelphia United Methodist Church or Wheeling University. Reporting from Triadelphia, I'm Meg Berry, 7 News, working for you.
All new tonight, the Sam's Club gas station in St. Clairsville is currently out of 87 unleaded fuel, but not for the reason you might expect. 7 News reporter Meg Berry visited the station and joins us with more. Meg?
Thanks, Stephen. Over the weekend, many drivers found their engines wouldn't start. Unfortunately, that's because their unleaded tanks were mistakenly filled with diesel. A third-party fuel supplier mistakenly mixed up the fuel types while refilling some of the diesel and unleaded gasoline tanks. Diesel fuel was accidentally pumped into the unleaded tanks over the weekend. The issue was unnoticed until customers began posting on Facebook about their vehicles not starting. Owner of ASAP Auto Care, Jerry Witzberger, explains what happens to the engine when diesel fuel is used in an unleaded car.
Diesel is really thick for the gasoline engines. Hopefully you didn't get it through the whole system, but if you got it to the point where it won't start, the whole thing's going to have to be flushed, and hopefully you haven't done any engine damage yet. But it will shut the car down.
If you've accidentally pumped diesel into your unleaded vehicle, there are still ways to salvage your car. However, the process can be costly and may require your vehicle to spend a full day in the shop.
What you got to do is, of course, empty the fuel tank, clean the fuel tank, then flush the whole fuel system until you get the car to run again. It's fairly expensive. You have to drop the tank and actually physically get all the gas out of it and clean the gas tank.
Steven Zapata, Sam's Club Director of Corporate Communications, said, quote, "We are actively working to address this situation and are dedicated to making things right for our affected members. We strongly encourage them to contact the club directly to submit a claim," end quote. At this point, it remains unclear how many vehicles have been affected. Sam Club stated that once they were notified about the issue, they began working to resolve the problem as quickly as possible. Live from the studio, Meg Berry, 7 News, working for you.